So how you describe how this week has been like a longer week now, focusing on that game against Portland?
Yeah, it's good to have a little bit of a midweek break in some ways and bad in other ways. I think we're just trying to get everybody healthy, get everybody back, use the time that we can to get bodies back and get legs back. There's a time where you're just pushing, 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 and it accumulates over your body. And so to give the bodies a rest, make sure everybody's back to getting to kind of 100% health and ready to play is going to be big for us, especially for a lot more season to come. So preparing for Portland, getting ready for them, and they're going to be a hard test, of course, in their stadium with their fans. It's a tough place to play.
That game against San Jose, just the way the team responded, bounced back after a difficult week, and what you guys showed on the field, not just on the offensive side, but also the defensive side, because of what they have been showing. Just what did that say about the group?
Yeah, it's a big win, and coming off of a really emotional defeat in a game against Miami that we feel like we should win and advance in CONCACAF, and things don't go our way. It's hard to then come back 3 days later and put in a meaningful performance at home where we really can't lose points, and to stop an attack like you said, like they have had. That's been really difficult to stop. So I think it proved a lot to us in who we are as a team and what we can do, but it also was a reminder that if we want to do something special this year and win trophies, we've got to have that sort of performance every game, and that means defensively and offensively.
Speaking of trophies and on a different topic, the fact that, even though it's not official yet, but the fact that LAFC is being considered to have a shot at playing at the Club World Cup, just for you guys as players and for the club, being in that mix and maybe potentially having that opportunity, what would that mean?
Yeah, I mean a ton. It's one of the biggest events that you can play in as a footballer. The guys, obviously, we're talking about it internally. We're doing everything we can to put our name in the hat and put our reasoning why we deserve to be there. And if we do get a chance to fight for it, we'll give everything we've got. The chance to enter into a tournament of that sort of caliber clubs, those caliber players, and put our names in the hat is what we have wanted to do at LAFC since the club started. So it's a big opportunity for us. Another, like you said, another way that LAFC can separate itself in terms of, you talk about trophies and those sorts of things, but another way we can separate ourselves in getting us to the biggest stages, which is where we want to be. So it's not our decision if we get to have that game or not, but the players will 100% be ready for it. Yeah.
Edward? All right, we'll go to questions online. Daniel, go ahead.
Hey Ryan. Hey, in moments like the Miami match where things got tough, it seemed like the team struggled to regroup on the field. And as someone who's seen as a leader in the squad, even without the captain's armband, how does the team manage leadership in those moments? And as one of the experienced voices, who do you see stepping up to guide the group when the adversity hits?
Yeah, it's a good question, and it's a tough one, especially a game like that. It's so much more than football. There's so much emotion that goes into the game. There's so much momentum, and you kind of get stuck in these rhythms of the game that are really difficult to get out of, and there's not an easy solve. And so I don't think it's a lack of communication. I don't think it's a lack of guys having those conversations. I mean, I could point to a handful of guys, including myself, that are talking the entire time and organizing and trying to give the team what it needs to get out of that rhythm and get into a new rhythm. And it's just difficult. That's the game. You see it at the highest of levels, where you just get stuck in these sorts of rhythms and these positions in the game, and it's hard to reassert yourself and get out of that. So frustrating to watch it back, frustrating to be a part of that sort of game. But in terms of like who can step up and say something, I don't think there's a guy on the team that wasn't saying something or willing to take the criticism, or like it wasn't a communication problem. It was I'd put my finger on a different sort of problem.
Absolutely. And what do you feel like the vibe is like now after, that pressure and the expectations from the Champions Cup is gone? What can we expect from the team going forward?
Well, yeah, I mean, first and foremost, it's frustration, it's anger, it's sadness, it's a tournament that we felt like we could win, and a tournament that we put ourselves in a phenomenal spot to advance and to put ourselves in the next round and to go win it. And so to come up short in that way, like we did, especially going up a goal on the road, it's just like, it's going to be hard to let that one go. But that's what football is. You got to move on. It's all about the next opportunity. There's no going back now. It's too late now. So you've got to just move forward. And we still have our eyes set on doing something special this year. And so to do that now, we've got to go make up some points in the league, points that we dropped for, rotating squads or whatever, but points that we now got to go make up in the league. And then we got to put ourselves in the best spot we can for the other opportunities that are also coming. So, man, as a footballer, you just got to have a short memory. As hard as it is, you got to have a short memory and move on to the next thing in front of you.
Thanks, Ryan.
Okay, Josh Gross, go ahead.
Thanks. Hey, Ryan. Along those lines, CONCACAF ended up not going the way you wanted it to, but there, along the way you did slay Columbus, which was a big win for you guys, and I'm wondering, sort of from a confidence perspective, how long that lingers in the experience, even though it didn't go your way, and just your overall thoughts on the tournament, the way you guys navigated it, and the sort of ups and downs that came with inside the league with that. That's a little different experience than you've had, and other teams have managed it. Vancouver and Miami have managed that this year in the league. So where do you guys think you fell short there as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, we're not worried about who we beat in the first round of CONCACAF or the second round. Our goal was to win it, and our eyes were set on lifting a trophy, and we felt like we were in a perfect position to do that, or and at least to advance to that next round. And the way that the tournament was setting up, it just looked really good for us. So I don't know that there's a confidence on beating earlier opponents. I don't buy into that, especially here at this club. Our goal isn't to just get far in tournaments. Our goal is to win trophies. And so anytime we fall short of that, it's a letdown. I feel that even more as I get older and further in my career. It's hey, I don't know how many more runs I have at this, and say I've got 3 more years left in these legs. I don't want to lose these years of trophies that we can be winning and tournaments we can be winning, and just thinking we can get them next year. So that's frustrating. And then another side of that is it's really difficult as a coach and as a club to balance how much do you rotate, save legs for CONCACAF, and try to make a good run in CONCACAF, and how much do you just push through and play your starting 11 every game every 3 days. And that's a coaching decision, not a player decision, but a coaching decision, and everybody's got their thoughts and views on it. Our view was, let's rotate and try to get as prepared and ready for CONCACAF as possible. And because of that, we lost some points in the league that now we got to make up, and we're not afraid of that. We think we can make those points up and make a run, but now there's no wiggle room. So now we've got to go do it, and there's very few points that we can drop if we want to compete for things at the top of the table. So we've put ourselves in that position, and I think we're adult enough to answer those questions and make it happen.
Thanks. And one thing Steve mentioned was a thing of focus you practice, you trained on, you're thinking about is chance creation as a group. Where are you seeing some of the differences, maybe some of the difficulties in terms of getting that, not necessarily final pass, but getting the goal? Where are things just not been as effective this year as they have been in the past?
Yeah, that's a good question. Hard to pinpoint as well. I think San Jose was a really good rebound for us, where we created a lot of chances, tons of box entries, And yeah, there's always a way that we can be a little bit more clinical in the box with the final pass, the final action, ultimately scoring goals. But I think coming back in San Jose, having a ton of good chances, tons of box entries, and 2 goals is a step in the right direction. So no need to sound the alarm, especially with our attack and the way that we play. But definitely now, especially with these weeks in between where we've got time, it's time to work on those things and make sure that we dial those in for the rest of the season going forward.
Cool. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. That'll do it. Thank you,
Thanks,
everyone.
guys. Thanks.